Hey, what's up guys? Thanks for tuning in. Today I'm at one of my projects and we're insulating. So the whole place has been insulated. And I want to explain to you the differences between the insulation. We got some green insulation, we got pink insulation. What the heck's the difference? Stick around, we'll talk about it. All right, so what are we talking about when we're talking about insulation? And why are there so many different types of insulation? Well, the different types of insulation do different things. So for example, you've got this green insulation, which is a Ruxol or a rock wool insulation, excuse me. And that's gonna be a sound barrier and a fire barrier. So we do those, we put those in ceilings and we put those in walls where there's other units. Now you can put some of this Ruxol into, your laundry room wall so that you have the sound stops. If you have a bedroom next door, you can put that in as a sound barrier. But we're required to put these in the separation walls for fire separation for every single one of our multifamily unit dwellings. So it helps for fire, it helps for sound. The ping insulation is just basically for your heat. Your R value, the higher the R value, the better the heat resistance. And that's what your R value stands for. R is for resistance. The thicker, the better, the higher the R value, the longer it's going to take for that hot air to get outside. So the better the R value, the larger the R value, the better. So we're going through this house right now and we're putting in the pink insulation on all the external walls and we're putting the green or the Ruxol inside the separation walls. Here's an example. This is a separation wall. We go through to the other unit, we've got it everywhere. Because this wall here goes into the stairwell, which goes into another unit, we've got to have the green Ruxol in between. This other unit also has a unit upstairs. Therefore, we have to put the green insulation or the Ruxol to separate for sound and separate for fire separation. Here, because there's nothing above, we're doing a blow insulation. So they're going to come in with a machine, looks like a big Ghostbusters hose, and they're going to blow in the bits of insulation all through. Pretty thick, like this. You've probably seen it in your attic. When you go upstairs, you've got all this fluff everywhere. That's the blow insulation. And we're going to do that upstairs in the attic. So I'm just going to cut in here into this video. I want to show the blow insulation, what we talked about. So I actually made this attic hatch because the trusses in here, they allow for storage. So we've made a ladder into the attic, which is very convenient. And as you can see, here is blow insulation. Okay, so there's the blow insulation. It goes all the way to the side, and they've gone, they've gone very thick. They've gone probably 2.5 feet thick, which I think is a bit overkill, but man, will it be warm in here. Not a lot of heat escaping up through these trusses. We've actually got to move this aside. There's plywood under here, so you can see there's plywood. We're actually gonna be able to move this aside a little bit and allow for some storage up in here. In the distance there, we've got insulation all around this furnace. What a really cool furnace. It's designed to be up in attics, and it's all insulated piping and venting. So there you have it. There's blow insulation. I thought I would just show this in the middle of my video because it was done. And then we've got another type of insulation, which is your spray foam insulation. So your spray foam insulation, the application's a little bit more tedious. You've got your guys with their suits on come in here and spray all in here of foam, which is highly effective, but it's also a lot more expensive. Because we had such a large area to do, we opted for the bad insulation with the higher R value. But if you can do the spray insulation, if you have the budget to do so, it's a great product. The last type of insulation I want to talk about is not really inside. I mean, we used it here inside, and I'll show you in a minute. But this is the kind of styrofoam insulation. 1.5 inches thick is what this is. That typically goes on the exterior of your home, under the siding. To keep the exterior of your home, it gives you an extra layer of insulation. So we actually use that in this unit on the floor. So because this used to be a garage, the floor would slope, I forget how much it was, maybe 1 inch every foot or so, but it slopes down. So we had to then take 2x4s and angle it almost like joists across all the way through. You can kind of see in here, right? There's some joists in here underneath. but it goes about this thick underneath. So what we've done is we put insulation on the floor. So now you've got this old garage that's fully insulated here, separated. You've got insulation here. Behind this wall, we actually studded in front of a wall, which looked like this wall that already had insulation in it. So this wall is got double insulation. You can see by the windowsill here how thick it is. So you got 2 layers there, nice and toasty. Now the floor is insulated. So this unit will be nice and warm. So there you have all your types of insulations, the different kinds of insulations, why you're using insulation in certain spots. So if you're an insulation buff, there you go. Anyways, guys, I appreciate you tuning in. This is the project that I've been working on now for about 6 to 8 months. COVID had a bit of an effect on us. We had to get shut down for a while, but now we're back up and running. We're hoping to have this thing drywall now in the next few weeks. And once the drywall comes on, you'll really get to see the property take shape. You'll see the dimensions of the rooms, because right here, you can see right through walls, everything looks a little bit bigger than it is. So, hope you'll tune in. I'll bring some video footage of that building, and I hope you got some value out of this video, and I look forward to seeing you guys real soon. Thanks a lot.